Hello and welcome to my this video channel. If you're new, I do all kinds of art with anime sprinkled, and today we're doing a ScrawlrBox. It has been a while since I have done any art, to be honest. I was doing a lot of digital art for my anime art challenge. 30-day anime art challenge. And my digital passport thingy crashed, and then I've tried to save that for weeks. It didn't. I saved some of it. Then I also went on holiday, first holiday in 10 years. So that was fun, and now I'm back and I am a bit red. But I go red and then go back to white, so that should not be a problem. And we're gonna start with a ScrawlrBox. Oh, so art markers. This is 108. I am sure that we're on the right track. I have built up, and I'm sure I have them all in order until 113, and then it gets a bit chalky. So yes, so we are right. I did some sketching while I was on holiday. Oh yeah, 107. So this is 108. So yeah, So we have some art markers for ultra smooth coloring and blending. There's a brush nib and like a broad. We have 8 colors. Cannot wait to try these out. Does it tell you on there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have the names there just in case it's not on the colors. These are alcohol based, dye color, semi-transparent, streak free, self blending, and fast drying. Oh, we have a refresher in there. Is that a lollipop? No, it's not a lollipop. Anyway, let's get into this. Hurry! The featured artist work. And just by that sticker, I feel like I like it already. So yes, wow. So there's the paper, mixed medium. I love that we always get paper, but this art style is gorgeous. Stop shaking the table. Yes. So this is by Nicola Yao. So Nicole is a British artist specialising in illustration and concept work in video games. Diverse in styles and mediums, ranging from digital to traditional means. Nicole also dives into different areas from illustration, concept work, GUI-UX, and technical art, all the way to pixel work and video editing. Currently, she is developing skills in animation and eventually 3D modeling. Yes, sweets. Besides video games, she has also done work for art supply companies like Crafters, Companion, Spectra Noir, which I have done a let's try with them. I tried some markers out with them, and Curate, doing live demonstrations, presentations, workshop and product teaching in stores like at the London Graphics Centre and Raymond's, as well as at conventions. She has done these all across Europe, such as Germany, Switzerland, and Slovenia, including different parts up and down the UK. That's really cool. Additionally, she has created multiple colouring kits with Spectra Noir and worked on illustrations featured on some of the packaging of various products. Freelancing, she's also been an adventure from creating Magic the Gathering tokens with a store, making shirt designs for YouTubers, to animating for music videos. So there is her links. I will put them in the description below, and yeah, check her out. This is cool. She's busy and she's always doing everything. That's cool. Someone to look up to. We have a Micron 0.2 Fineliner. That's very, very thin. This one's black. The lid is black, but I'd assume it's black. Then we have a Jelly Roll 0.8 white. I hope this one works. They never seem to work for me. I don't know why. Then we have 2 pencils from Derwent artists. We have French Grey 7000, and then we have Ventanian Red 6300. So I'd say that's more like a brown. We've got a brown and a grey. And then this is the sticker. So let's look in this. What's that? Is that part of the... I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's actually supposed to be there. The grey. Yeah, I don't know why that's grey there. It seems like it's supposed to. Wait. Is that right? Okay, they must have marked it out. So this is where the jelly pen is supposed to be. On the thing, jelly pen is supposed to be there. They forgot to add that in there. And then this is the sweet tree, which they forgot to add there. I was a bit like, what? I had to work that out. But yeah, they just did a boo-boo. So there is the featured artist, and there's some more of her work. Her work is really nice. Like, I like this sort of style. Yes. So this is the tips, and if you notice the light change, that was Kai. We have the scroller tips, so this is, I always like doing the tips that they give you, so I will be doing that. This swatching, this blending under pressure, storage, strokes, using the jelly roll dry time, using the coloured pencils. So here's the deep dive. Again, this is new. They've done this for a few, well, I'd say new. It's been for a couple of months now. I think it started with this one, 101. I know I did it with 103, 104, so it might be 100. Oh no, yeah, 103 there. So at least I started doing it with 103, so I could be wrong. It could have been a lot more sooner than that. But yes, I like doing this. It's good to try out and just do another little piece of swatching and stuff to try out, a piece of art. So this is artist tips and tricks, and she's drew Harry Potter. Also, like, they did a Harry Potter set. So your markers horizontal, vertical will ruin one of your nibs, possibly streak. Keep them out of direct sunlight to avoid drying up. A delicate pens, too much force or layering in one area is a major leak bleed. Yeah, always place a spare piece of paper under your piece when working with alcohol markers. I know that. Yeah, yes. And this was ScrawlrBox 106, and it was Squiggle Me This. They're all gorgeous. That's very nice. I love the owl. Love animals. These are the top 3. Oh, I love the doggy. Cute. And Scroller Inspo. So these are constantly popping up on our Instagram feeds. It's hard to keep up with. We thought we would share some of our recent favourites. So the name and their Instagram art's there as well. And Magic of Manga. So we have the Sailor Moon, Astro Boy, and Tales of the Monkeys. Pre-World War II, post-World War II and stuff. So I'll be reading that probably, most likely off camera. And the Scroller Challenge is Manga Maidens. So this is ScrawlrBox 108. This is very smooth, soft, very thin and smooth, tiny. There's pencil, which is VENETIAN, red. Then we have this grey, French grey. And let's use the jelly roll on top. Let's see if you can see it on top of this. Oh no. You always have to warm them up, I'm sure. So let's try warming it up. Yeah, it works to some extent. I can see white. This is a pack of 8. Now here we go. Let's open these up. Yes, you do. There's the names on them. So that's cute. I like the names. Ooh. Oh, that's fancy. Ooh. Now we have Moonlight. These are long. I don't know if it's me, but these are very long. So so they don't have, I thought it was a broad tip. No, it's fine. Oh yeah, no, dual tip, dual fine and brush. So we have the fine tip, and this color is Moonlight. Yes, out to Yukai. And let's try the brush. Yes. Then we have tea rose. A cup of tea of rose. Tea rose. And the fine side. These are very pastel, I'd say. They're very light. Not that that's a bad thing. They do look really nice. This is Cocoa. Coca? Cocoa. Yeah, Cocoa. Cocoa. Blue looks nice. This is called Duck Blue. purple, which is called Heather, which reminds me of a book that I've recently read. It's from a series. It's a romance one, obviously. And it's about dragons.
Whee!
The Lockguard Dragons. Well, it's a Stonefire Dragon series, but she does two sorts of series that cross over each other. And this, the first one of them, the guy calls her Heather as a name. It's cute. Another one, which is called Juniper. It's a nice blue green. And two more left. We have the Cranberry. I like how they've got some really nice light ones, like these two. And I thought might be the darkest one, but it gets darker as it goes on. So it's quite nice to see that there's different sorts of saturations in these colours. And last but not least is Persian Blue. I don't think that says Persian Blue. I'll just put it on the screen so you can see what it says. That's the last one. And there we go. So there are the colours. Let's do the swatching. I might have the sweet soon as well. So we've used the purple, which is called Heather, and Persian Blue. I'm going to call it Persian Blue. I don't know if I'm right or not, but yeah. So now let's move on to other ones. The overlapping meshes, the brush. There's different methods of blending. We did the overlapping one. You've also got the blush flicking one, so just kind of, and then pencil marker. Also, pencil and marker, you can use the marker to blend the pencil as well. Lay down your pencils and work your marker back over the top. So I'm going to use this brown. I'm doing a fade, a gradual fade from the really darker colour to mid, and then that. I'm going to use Cocoa on top because I feel like them two are going to match. And then it said to work, I've got Kai in one arm, so that's why I'm a little bit one-armed. But you can use the marker to blend the pencil as well. So lay down your pencils and work your marker back over top. And you can add it on top as well. Yeah. Then we also have shading tones. So instead of going straight for the black colour to create the shadows, add layer on top of different colours, which would be the undertone, the skin. So it says, for example, you can use the Coca as a base colour and add a Heather with a light hand for the shadows for a more subtle and natural looking effect. So instead of doing them two, because I've used them two already, I'm actually going to use the yellow as the main colour and then have that as the darker colour, as the undertone maybe. Or cranberry and add the light. However, if we use blue duck and the moonlight, that'll create a green. Do you know what? Let's try that. I'm going to try blue duck and that. And we're going to do a circle. So art class, I was told like the light would shine there. So that is where the light would hit. This would be the normal colour and then this would be the shade. Right, so that's what I've done. I'm going to try and do it with a circle. So that's the light. That would be the lightest, darkest. And I'm going to use the white on top there. And then I'm going to use this as the darker colour for the shade to make it darker. That's how I'll do it. One. Damn. Right, so no, because I was using that as the dark. No, that's for that. Right, okay. Let's just do this. I need space, so let's move you there. So this is the barrel. Now that we're going to use this to show where it darkens up. No, but it does work. I just don't think it's going to work for that. Thank you, Kai. But we don't need that right now. But I'm going to use this as the darker. And have that blended out. There we we go. I think that's some sort of like layering on top and shading. And I understand the shading in tones, but because I'm not trying to draw a person right now, I can't work that out yet. You all right there? Fine, right. So I can't understand it. So so I'll do that when I start drawing people. I am thinking about drawing myself. And trying to do like change my profile picture and trying to draw myself and family members and stuff with these in a manga type of style. Yes. So that's with all the blending over thing. It said to work fast, so when colouring in large areas, you need to colour quick. This way, the strokes you make will blend into each other while they're still wet. So when they dry, it should be nice and smooth. Different nibs, altered result. Colouring sections. Fix harsh lines. Use a light tone to blend out the harsh lines of the dark colours. The jelly roll. So jelly roll final touches. Use the white as a final step in your artwork to add highlights. Apply it to areas that catch the most light, such as the tops of the cheek, the tips of the noses, and shiny surfaces. Water droplet. Colouring pencils add depth. So layer over your colouring pencil to add depth. Kind of what we did there. So use the alcohol markers as a base and then use your pencil to colour over the top of the areas you wish to add more depth. So we will do that with the ones that we haven't tried. So we have tried these and we haven't tried this one. And where's the pink one, Kai? Here it is. So I'm going to actually do it with this one and add the depth using this. Do you know what? We'll do it both. Got sellotape on your foot. Calm down. And we'll try and use this for the jelly roll. So I will do another section for this to add the white jelly roll on top, and hopefully it works this time. My god, the jelly pen is actually working. Yes, it actually works. I'm happy about that. I am also happy with that. So for the deep dive, it says that you will need markers and paper. The paper from my thingy, but I'll also try it on the paper they give. You also need a graphic pencil, which I have. This is a 4B one. You'll also need an eraser, which I have here. I also have a kneadable one here, case, but yes, we have that. And also a ruler, which is optional, but I like it, so we will choose a ruler. So this is basically what you need. You can use any markers, really. It does say, or you can use any alcohol-based marker. So if you do want to try this, out with me, grab the suppliers. All you need is paper, alcohol markers, and rubber, graphic pencil, and a ruler. And pick two colours, one darker than the other. Caden, pick a colour. That colour. So, Connor, pick a colour, please.
Yellow.
The yellow? Great. So, we obviously have the yellow, which is lighter, and the darker duck blue. Right, so step one, mark out a rectangle shape as a guide. Use a ruler if you want the line straight. I've done 3 as I felt like doing 3 different coloured versions. The more you do, the more you'll get used to the pen. The more used to the pen you will get. So I'm gonna do 3 and I'm gonna see if I can kind of fade it. Well, not fade, but use a few colours that each one is connected to. 1 second. So wait there. Let's make 3. Right, so my first section will be yellow and this blue. The second section, I will use yellow, and I really fancy this cranberry. And then with the cranberry, now I could go back to the blue or use another one. So I'm thinking about using another one and using cranberry. Oh, but we need a light one. So, but still, that cranberry might be with the brown. Cranberry and the coca, or cranberry with the tea rose. Them two. And the green. No, because they're quite the same. So no, we will use cranberry and tea rose. Yeah. So in the end, I'm using 4 colors. Each one is kind of connected a little bit. So mark out the rectangle shape as a guide. Use a ruler. I've done 3. Step 2. Starting from the middle point in your rectangle, start to apply your pen to the page. Alternate pressure as you guide the pen down and across the rectangle. This will create thicker and thinner lines. Depending on the pressure, repeat a bit more. So we're literally just... Right, so we've done I've read step 1 and 2. I might as well read all of the steps so then we can do it straight away and not stop and start, because you need to do this while the ink is wet. So while the ink is still wet, apply the second colour into and over some of the sweeps you have just made. Then carry on with your lines underneath where you have just overlapped. The marker may pick up some of the colour you've just drawn. That's okay. Keep making your lines until the marker has returned to its original colour. And step 4, repeat this process above. What you are left with are the waves of colour, and you can do this as many times as you like with as many colours as you like. You can use the smaller or larger end of the nib. It's completely up to you, and you can use more colours. So with this one, I'll just stick with the 2. However, when I use the paper in the box, I'm going to try and add 3 colours maybe. We'll see. So we'll use the brush nib. I don't know if I did that right, but I liked it, and I like trying these out. Now, the style, manga maidens. Oh, and there's how much bleed goes through. I did draw on this page. It's not that, well, I say it's not that bad, actually it is, but I can still see my drawings. This is gone. Probably could not draw on that, except I could probably paint on that page. Manga maidens, so, right. So that's me and my mum. I'm just doing sketches to loosen up my wrist. This is Kai. And he's having a lollipop. And then I'm gonna draw me. Oh no. Oh no. I ignore that. I'm not gonna draw myself. I don't like myself, so let's draw. I just want a picture of anyone. I'm gonna draw brother. I'm gonna do swatches, and I am going to try and draw myself and my mom and see what I can do. And hopefully that will be the final piece. I will try. I'll try my hardest. But let's first get on to swatches. Right, I did. Let's turn down, this is, what is this? Home Improvement. Yeah, I'm watching Home Improvement, so I'll turn that down. I've been watching, I've before Home Improvement, I used to watch Last Man Standing, and then I found out about Home Improvement. I've been watching that with my dad, so that's on in the background. Anyway, let's do some drawing. I don't know if you noticed, but I noticed when putting these away that I was missing one. There's only 7 there. So the one that we missed out was Heather, which is the purple one, which I will test now on this paper. I'll do it down there. So there's that. There's my drawings from yesterday. Now myself. If I can't do myself, I'm not drawing myself today. Yes, oh, saved it all right. Let's see how I do colouring it in. But I'm actually happy with that. Should I do the liner then colour? Sorry. Right, so we are all pale. So I'm gonna start with Dad. And then undertones. Let's try a yellow undertone. That's actually alright with the yellow undertone. Let's do his shirt. And darken it up by using this. Is that alright as well? Beard. Oh, this is going bad. This is going bad. I'm sorry. Let's try Connor this time. So let's do a green hat. It is red, but we've not got a red, so we'll do a green hat. And then to add shadows to look like a cat, we're gonna lay this colour on top, which didn't really do anything. That was adding Jupiter, and then on top I added duck blue, but that's not how it didn't help, so I'm gonna add Persian blue. Now let's layer the skin. Let's add, just to mess around, let's add this on the yellow. Now, I go red. My cheeks are always red. So let's first do this as the base. And with markers, I like that you can just layer the same colour on top, because I know that you can layer different colours on top, like I tried with Dad, but I haven't got that much colours. and like I haven't got a red or anything. What I'm trying to say is, do you know what? I think it's because I'm trying to do it as real life and not manga style. We should try and do more like manga style. However, they did say use this pencil to add depth. So, and brown. I have brown hair. Well, actually, I've dyed it. So technically, I have cosmic blue hair. It actually looks black, but a dark color. I can show you my hair, whatever that color that is. More like black, a shiny, really thingies with my black top. So I'd say it was black, but I didn't dye it black. I just have really dark brown hair. Do you know what? Let's use blue. Because I wanted blue hair. That's why I dyed it. Lay brown on top just to darken it up. Actually turned it green. Oh, brown underneath. Oh yeah, let's try. And I have a necklace. Let's just use this purple. Overlap it with this color, Jupiter. Quite like it. I like how it's going. I'm mainly working on myself because I want to try and do a self-portrait, hopefully. But I want to do it with my hair down. I don't take pictures with my hair down. I always have it in a bubble so it's not in my face. Why is that off? Let's use this grey as well. The only thing is that I smile with my teeth, and I've just coloured it all in. I just coloured the entire face all in, and now my teeth are non-existent. Don't mess up the nose, Jade. Oh, but I can use this. That worked out. Do you know what? I'm actually liking this bit by bit. And this paper is really good. Look at that. Now my eyebrows are non-existent. So, non-existent eyebrows, here we are. Why do I have small eyes? I have non-existent lips as well. Oh! I don't know why I'm drawing myself. I just don't like looking at myself. I think that looks like me, but I could be wrong because I've tried to draw me before in private and my parents have been like, that is not you. And I'm like, okay, that's how I see myself. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I just don't like it. Do you know what? I'm determined to draw myself. I'm determined. There is a nice picture here somewhere, so I'm gonna draw myself. That's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and do that. This is how I'm going to draw myself. And it's better anyway if I draw not a full body one, a face one. Yes. And I'm happy. And you know what? Because I have really pale skin, I'm thinking of doing yellow underneath and adding the pink tea rose on top and just layering them on top of each other. Should I have a thing around? Do you know what? Yeah, I would use washi tape. This is really nice tape as well. There we go. So this is a canvas. I'm not drawing myself. I'm drawing another person that just looks like me. That's how we're going to see it. I thought it would be best to do voiceover because Kai, throughout this entire video, screeches and it just gets worse as it goes on. So to protect you and your ears, it's voiceover. Hello. I'm from the future. Anyway, I'm drawing myself, and now I would like to say I've been editing this, and I do feel like I'm maybe hating myself a bit. I don't know. I hope it didn't come across like that, but I feel like it did. But yeah. Nothing else. I just don't want it to seem like I'm thinking. I'm not really good with myself, and that's just something I need to deal with. And I don't need anybody in the comments being like, well, you know, you hate yourself. No, I'm fine. I'm very critical, and that's just it. But onto this drawing. I have done the pencil drawing, and I'm right. I was well happy with this. Like, I am really happy with this. The only flaw that I say that I would think that this is the teeth. Have you seen Attack on Titan? If you've seen Attack on Titan, this is Titan teeth. Like, but yeah, that's the only thing. And I don't know what it is. I think it's just my drawings, and I'm not just up to that level yet for it to make it look right, but I am really happy with the overall thing for this. Like,
I am. This is me bit testing. Now, I did talk at this bit trying to explain to you, but Kai's in the background, there's no point. Anyway, I wanted to see whether I should do the line art and then the drawing, or whether it would bleed and stuff. So I found out that little drawing you saw me, it was a flower, and I drew it with the Fineliner, waited 10 or so minutes, and then drew over it with markers, with all of the markers, the light colours and the dark colours, to see if it would smudge and you know, move, and it didn't. So I'm really happy about that, because then at least then I could draw the line art and not have to worry. I think in the past I just wasn't giving it enough time to set. So I know now to just be patient. It's a bit like with the painting and the watercolour paint. I need to wait. But yeah, I did try to fix the teeth because I thought it was a little bit weird. So I did try to fix them and go over them a few times. But I don't know what it is. I think I'm blocking them out a bit too much. They're a bit square. I don't know what it is. But I get there in the end. And I just have to, like, you know, I need to like fine line these suckers, or I'll never get it done. So I did, and I don't like it, but I don't hate it either. And I think I've done a really good self-portrait, to be honest. I don't know. I think it's quite nice. I am a little bit conscious of them teeth, as you can see. Titan. Hi. But yeah. And then I get on to drawing, well, colouring. I'm doing a bandana now. My bandana, it's fades. I wanted it to fade between the two colours of this light bluey colour to a purplish colour. And I just lay them on top of each other with a couple of layers. And I also add the blue onto the purple side to add shade, and I add the purple onto the blue side to add shade. So there's, you know, there's a mixture there. And then I add that pink colour on top to see if it'd go to a lighter colour at the end. And now I'm onto my hair. Now at this point I didn't dye my hair, so my hair was brown with flecks of, like, I plait in different colours hairs. So I tried to do brown with the purple and blue mixed into it, and just try and like have a nice fade there. I quite liked it. Do you know what? I am really happy with this. I think my only downfall with the hair is, looking back now, it's a bit too dark, but it actually everything, it kind of all ties in really nicely. Now with the skin, I started off with the lightest colour, which is that yellow, because I think it's easier to add the yellow on and then add the pink on top, so my skin's not yellow. It just has an undertone of yellow. And I like left it flicky, so there's bits of it that's still white, so it shines a little bit because I'm really pale. So I'm not like a sickly yellow pale, but I am pale. I'm like bordering on white. I don't know if I said this before on my videos, but if it's sun shining and I'm wearing a skirt, I blind passing car drivers. That's how white my legs are. And that's pretty much my entire body. But yeah, so I do my skin and the face and everything, and I have got a little bit of makeup on this picture, so I do add that, or try to a little bit. And I did this technique where you basically, you know, you touch tips of the pens, and I used the light colour and added a little bit of that pink on top, so it would fade really nicely, so that it looked like blendable eyeshadow where my eyes are, so it didn't look like, you know, sharp colour. And that actually looks really nice, and I'm just going back and forth between all of it. I'm working slowly down, and I'm just happy with this. I didn't think I'd actually do a self-portrait and be happy about it, and I feel like that's why I need to be like, I think I'm just critical of myself, and that's the only reason. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, I'm actually happy with it. It's actually quite a shock. But yeah, and I actually used all the colours inside this box. Like, at first I didn't think I did, but I got the green. I counted out what I had used and not, and I got the green, and I thought, oh yeah, I need to use the green, and I used that for my black coat instead, so that's really nice. And the white jelly pen, which actually worked. Oh my god, it actually worked. And I just added like highlights here and there onto my hair, and nose and face and stuff, but I'm pretty much done. This is me peeling the tape, all done. I think my only thing is I think the border is a little bit too thick. So yeah, but I quite like it. It's a very nice piece. I am happy with this. And this is everything that came inside the box. And that's pretty much it. Did you like this video? This is the markers, which I haven't actually used in a while, so it was actually fun doing this box. So yeah, that's it. I hope that you liked this video. Please like, comment and subscribe for more. And that sweet was delicious. I hope you have a wonderful day filled with creativity, and bye.